All right, here we go. Game number 4. LWS versus the Sleepers. LWS with a 2-1 lead in the best of 5 series. And we go to the Sleepers' second home map, Megarandom. With a win here, LWS takes the set and will advance to the finals for Division D. Sleepers wins it. They will force a decider game 5. All right, so let's take a look at what kind of weird generation we've got here for Megarandom. Gnome with the Ethiopians teamed up with Mandatum. Their TCs are very close together. Looks like a Mediterranean Baltic style map with water in the middle. Although it's not water that has any fish, and it is passable by land units. Just not going to be able to put buildings up there in the middle. And then the starting TCs are down in these pits. Looks like mostly standard res, berries, although I'm not seeing any boar. And no boar to start with. Looks like extra deer. Sheep quantity looks standard. Are we maybe short some deer now? It looks like standard quantity of deer. Pardon me, of sheep. All right, Savvy going out to mill some deer already. What do we have for sips? We got Persians teamed up with Portuguese. So shared vision bonus with Portuguese. I think maybe Maku was thinking they'd be able to play water. Persian's a good hybrid civ. Portuguese a good hybrid civ. No water on this map. Not any of that I think is worth docking. And then on this side, Ethiopians, Lithuanians. Lithuanians popular pick because you often get good relic gen on Megarandom. And there is pretty good relics here. We got 4, 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 9 relics on this map. So, plenty of opportunity for the Lithuanians to get the max number of relics to boost the attack bonus on their cav. And the Ethiopians pick. Solid archer civ. Alright, Savvy trying to get a Vil there, but won't have any success at it. Yeah, so are we going to get feudal action? I mean, it is a long ways to travel with units, but might be worth it. I mean, the team wall won't be too hard here, right? Wall to the wood line, wall this gap, wall that gap, and you're done. If you're Gnome and kind of similar situation. All right, look at this. Both Savvy and Maku bring their scouts over. They're going to get 1 Vil here, surely. Yeah, 1 Vil goes down. Lose a lot of HP on the scouts, but might be worth it. Yeah, I don't see this being a really viable fast castle map. You gotta play some feudal aggression here. And like I was saying, the team wall situation on this side for Mandatum is quite a bit harder than Gnome's side. Not sure what you would do here. You'd have to, I think, wall kind of toward the top of the pit. Yeah, that seems just like a massive investment. And then what does the opportunities look like for expanding out afterwards? I guess you might want to think about getting TCs up in this area. Right, TC kind of between those wood lines would be nice. Looks like all the excess gold only comes in 2 tile sets. Stone in 3 tile sets. Not a ton of excess gold on this map. So that could be... Yeah, you know what? You're also... There's no way to wall for the trade line because of this water. I didn't even think about that as well. Not unless you walled the entire ridge line. That would be a considerable stone investment. All right, look at this. Mandatum on the way up. 17 pop with the extra Lithuanian food. We're definitely going to be getting feudal aggression from LWS. Sleepers, Savvy on the way up with 22 Vils. And Makuo has not clicked yet. Neither has Gnome. But it looks like these players are going to be playing their standard. Savvy and Mandatum going for Cav. Gnome and Makua going for the archer play. Right, there's Makua up at 23 pop. Gnome, I think actually losing that Vil might have hurt him a decent bit. Vil's already loomed. Might have had some idle time. Interesting. Dropping a barracks now before he's clicked up. Some idle time in the TC. I'm not sure what happened here with the build. Something got a little bit jacked up there because he's up at the same pop as Makua, but he's almost a full minute behind. So that will certainly be to Sleeper's advantage. Scout production not underway yet. Do we have some food issues for Mandatum? Got 142 food. Not sure why there's no scouts being produced. Are they opting for a different strategy right now? Alright, there's a scout. I'm not quite sure what was up with that idle time there. Might have been some food issues as well for Mandatum. Because of the upgrades. Yeah, what did he go for? Is Gnome gonna get the kill? Nope, Gnome will die there. Who got just enough HP off that scout with the town center fire. Oh, and he traps Mandatum's scout. Takes a lot of HP off that one as well. So 2 weak scouts here. And at the moment, there's not enough to kill any of Makua's units. Alright, Mandatum jumping on Savvy here. He's going to get one Vil pick. Alright, and that evens out the Vil count between the two teams. Oh, and he manages to find 3 of the goats that Savvy had missed. I think Savvy will probably get those back. What is the military production looking like at the moment? It's a good fight for Savvy. Managed to get the hill, and he'll get those sheep back as well. So 3 archers in the queue here for Makua. Looks like he's going, all right, 2 range and 2 range for Gnome as well. So Makua will not be going 1 range again like we saw in the last game. I don't think we'll see the same sort of production issues. Alright, how are the walls coming along? Makua walling all the way to here. That's a great call, identifying that long wood line. I think that makes a lot of sense to wall all the way to there. Savvy working on the walls here. This wood line is going to be extinguished pretty soon. Yeah, a little messy over here. Got a few archers moving out from Gnome. Where are the archers from Makua? Just keep them garrisoned at the moment. Gnome letting his teammate know I'm here. Let's move out. We've got 4 scouts on the field for Mandatum. 5 scouts for Savvy. They're gray though, so I can never find them on the minimap. Alright, here we go. Here they are. Are they going to be able to get in? I mean, they could come right around. Get some kills on this wood line for sure. No upgrades on any of the scouts yet. Ooh, a nice take there for Makua. Looks like he got 1 scout. He's got the spear in the mix. And he's going to run into these archers. But at the moment, Makua with numbers. Fletching on both sets of archers. Yep, and Savvy is indeed getting in on this wood line. He's got the hill bonus as well. So that's 1 Vil down. It's going to be 2. Potentially even more. We've got engagement here. The spear's gone. Looks like Gnome managed to clean that. But Gnome and Mandatum are going to move back. Another Vil goes down here, so a good raid so far here for Savvy. Reminiscent at game 2, getting some early eco damage in on Mandatum. And Sleepers with a 3 Vil lead at the moment. Actually, they're going to get another one here. Maybe. Comes at a cost, though. Spear manages to take out about a scout and a half. And over here, Makua is going to run into the defender's advantage. Gnome with good numbers. Nice micro there by Makua, however, managed to take 1 archer without losing any. Can't tell who's who in the mix here. Savvy had a spear actually all the way forward. So taking a decent engagement, and nice quick wall there by Mandatum. Managed to keep that Vil safe. Oh no, the house goes down though. Another Vil down here for Mandatum, and there is already a 6 villager lead for Sleepers. And Makuo putting the pressure on Gnome on this side. Is at a risk though of getting these archers trapped now, because he's going to lose the hill position. Gnome will notice him. So Gnome should be able to keep those villagers safe. Yeah, but I like what Makuo's doing. Keeps on moving. And even if you're not killing anything, you have the advantage of you're keeping this military from going to your base. You're drawing them away from you. Savvy continuing to get pretty good trades over here with Mandatum. Mandatum will clean that. Alright, Savvy with 1 scout left. No scouts. Okay, that was the last one. 2 scouts from Mandatum. Got an engagement over here. And I see 2 more dead red archers. So somehow Gnome is, Makuo's getting the better of these engagements. Does have armor. Armor on the way for Gnome. Got a total of 18 archers for Makuo, 17 for Gnome. So very, very close here between these 2 players. But the difference at the moment is this eco. 10 villager advantage for Sleepers. Gnome has clicked up. And Gnome might be thinking about moving forward here so that he can be having that Expo upgrade coming in about the time he's arriving near their base here. Alright, Savvy clicks up, and so too does Mandatum. Makuo has not yet. A little short in the food department. Floating a bit of gold. Does he have a market out? No, so he's going to have to wait for that food income. So nice, like I said, big Vil advantage for Sleepers at the moment, but LWS will have a tech advantage. They will be up sooner. Let's see if they can make anything out of that. $20 farms for Savvy. 20 farms from Cool. Calm before the storm. Everyone hanging out at their base, waiting for Castle Age to come in. Savvy has actually expanded those walls all the way out there like we thought maybe he would. So that's nice. So that will keep the remaining scouts from breaking in. And here we go. Gnome is now pushing forward. I do kind of wish he had moved out a bit sooner, though, because Expo is now in. Bodkin is now in. I think this is the time where he'd want to be already in this kind of position. But he is giving Makuo a little bit of time now to get to Castle Age and get those upgrades. It's a big map. It takes a while to traverse it. +2 on the way for Savvy. Alright, Savvy going 2 stable. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, 2 stable, going camel, actually. A little bit surprising when you've got Persian Knights with the attack bonus against archers, and knowing that you already got damage on the Cav player, I think the archer player is your bigger threat here, but maybe Savvy wants to be aggressive and go straight for Mandatum's base here. Keep an eye on that. Mandatum already with a monastery up is going to start gathering those relics. LWS not in a bad position here. Makuo, Expo is in, Bodkin is in, and suddenly these 2 armies are roughly equal, apart from the Ethiopian attack bonus. And Ballistics about to be in for Gnome as well. Ballistics is in. There's some Cav support here for Gnome, so Makuo's got to be careful coming out into the open here. Does have numbers, though. Considerable numbers. Looking at 32 archers versus 23. No ballistics, as you You can see as Gnome's able to escape there without taking any losses. And that army is being pushed back. Sleepers with good production here in early Castle Age. Ballistics on the way, 30 seconds out here from Makuo. A very close game here so far. All 4 players remaining on 1 TC for the time being. And do we have any... No monk production yet. Or, pardon me, he does have 1 monk on the field. Alright, the ballistics now making a difference there for Makua's engagements. Yes. No, I'm taking a lot of losses here, though. Still down in the archer number department. +2 armor in for Gnome, only +1 for Makuo. And there's the Ethiopian attack bonus. Yeah, I think Gnome just heading back to try to get to his reinforcements. Oh, that's an unfortunate fight there for Mandatum. Was probably managing something back home. The Knights move toward Makuo's archers, and he loses about 3 of them for free there. Big engagement here. Savvy a little bit out of position there. Knights behind Makuo's archers. Should be a good fight here for LWS. Although if you look at the cumulative HP, it is neck and neck. Might be a pretty even trade in the end. Alright, LWS comes out slightly ahead in that engagement. Alright, second TC coming down for both of the archer players. And what is the relic situation looking like at the moment? Nothing's brought in quite yet. Alright, there's the first relic coming in there for Mandatum. Bill count, 11 Vil lead here for Sleepers. This game's really close. Really close game. Long term. Ooh, Savvy running right into a buzzsaw there, losing a lot of light cav and HP on the Knights. Mandatum walling to the edge, much like Makua did on the other side. What do the walls look like here for Gnome? Yeah, he's got some gaps in here. Maybe that's what Savvy was trying to go for. Alright, Mandatum losing some HP as well, so... Here we go. Should be another big engagement in the middle. Cumulative HP favoring Sleepers. Hill bonus for Gnome, and again, those are Ethiopian archers. Not sure what the thumb ring situation is at the moment for the players. Alright, the two armies, though, just bypassing each other. We can potentially have a base trade situation here. Alright, Savvy losing a couple more light cav there. Alright, Mandatum flaring this army. And with that, LWS opting to move forward. They're going to try to use this opportunity to get pressure on Makuo. So yeah, sort of a base trade situation here. Who does have some archers back home to defend. He's working on what? 3 stable? Pardon me, 3 range. Now, one advantage right now for Sleepers is that their army is in front of the Cav player, whereas Gnome here is in front of Makuo. A bit easier for the archer player to defend in this situation, I think. And yeah, look at this. Makuo about to break in here on Mandatum's base. LWS is broken in on this side. They are going to push Makuo off of this gold, off of this stone. And they are right on top of his production buildings. So that is a tough spot to beat if you are Makuo. Alright, nice house walls and stone gates behind for Mandatum. At the moment, this looks pretty good for LWS. They've got nice position with their army. The only worry is that they get trapped here. And lose big numbers. They are pushing further and further back into Makua's base, and Makua now able to release the archers from the range. How many archers do we have from Makua at the moment? Click on anything. 20, 27. Mandatum has done a nice job on this end, keeping Makua's archers out of his base. Alright, Savvy's got good numbers here, though. Scorp in the mix. This army is going to be trapped. This army's going to get trapped. No doubt about it. Yeah, this actually is going to work out really well for Sleepers, I think. They're about to have a huge military lead. That is going to be an extremely efficient trade. And look at the military numbers all of a sudden. 37 to 82. They still have the eco lead. Makua breaking in over here, pushing Mandatum off this wood line. We'll be... I don't know if they'll be able to clean these knights. Mandatum cleans those archers. This is one thing, though. If you lose your army, it takes so long for the counterattack to get to your base. By the time they get there, probably going to have pretty good numbers again. You can see Gnome going pretty heavy on stone here. Wants to drop a castle, presumably up on this ridge line. Makua now advancing forward, taking the gold out here. Makua also just about has enough for a castle. Where does he put his? I think if you're Makua, it could make sense to try to get one all the way up here. That's going to secure you some of these resources. Put you in a really nice position to start trebbing your opponent. So this is definitely the ideal spot. Yep, Gnome is going to drop his on the ridgeline like we suspected. Savvy on 2TC. Yeah, both Cav players on 2TC, both Archer players on 1TC. Nice. Gnome leaving one Archer there. Manages to kill a monk with it. That was a nice positioning there. Ooh, Savvy light Cav. They're going to be able to break in here. That's a lot of Cav units here. That gets into Mandatum's eco. Those are going to spiderweb all around, and that is going to be a disaster for LWS. Alright, here comes Mandatum. He's going to try to clean. Doesn't have the numbers to do so here. That's not a good fight for Mandatum to take. I'm surprised he's taking that. I guess he's just desperate to buy time here for the Bills to get those houses up. Oh, Makua is trying to drop a castle right at that spot. He's about to be unpleasantly surprised when he gets there to discover that that position has already been occupied. Gnome already working on stonewalling here. If he gets that up, that'll be huge. It'll put him in a really... give him a lot of protection. Force those archers to go all the way around. Over on this end. Oh, Savvy's going to be in. Nope, the repairs come in. Alright, Savvy has clicked up. Gnome has clicked up. Makua is up. And Makua a little late with the castle. This is a castle he would have wanted to have right now so he could start that treb protection. But here comes Bracer, Arbalist, and Chemistry. Two relics at the moment here. But Mandatum's eco is hurting a bit at 77 Vils. Alright, Gnome is up. And there's the treb. So Gnome's going to have a slight jump on the treb production. Oh, is Gnome going to get this gap walled? Not quite. Still goes down. Savvy's in. This is not good if you are LWS, who actually are only 2 Vils behind at the moment. Makua dropping an additional castle here. So this is going to be a good fight to watch. Got sort of a one-on-one on both sides. But these raids now coming in. This Vil number about to drop for LWS. Yeah, there's just nothing to defend all of this eco with back here. Savvy's starting to spiderweb. The bill number plummeting here. Checking on the Trebor here. I know his archers. I'm not sure why he's taking fight here underneath the castle. He's losing a ton of archers to Makua's castle, along with the Scorps. I don't understand this. Why? I don't understand why he took a fight under the range of Makua's castle. Maybe he was really preoccupied with quick walling stuff back home. That was a surprising error there by Gnome. Or maybe he was really just desperate to get the Trebs and thought it was going to be worth it to take Trebs in exchange for archers. Makua's castle is almost down here. Oh no, it's going to be a doubt castle for Gnome. I think it is going to be. Over here, the raid's still continuing. Megarandum's just about cleaned that up, though. Yeah, that's going to be a doubt castle. That's unfortunate for Gnome, but Makua's front castle goes down. Who does have enough stone for another castle. Might save it, though, for repairs for this one. Makua also adding in bombard cannons now. And the bombard's getting in on the action here. Those arbs are really clumped up. Brutal hits with the bombards. Treb's taking out a Treb. And right now, Makua's definitely getting the better of the engagements on this side. Managed to stop that castle as well. Heads up play by Makua, slipping in a small group of Arb through that gap that Gnome wasn't quite able to get to. I think Gnome will be able to finish this castle here, however. And here comes some of Megarandum's knights. Can they clean this army? A lot of bombards here. Those are exposed. Those are expensive. Two bombards down. 3 bombards down. And all the bombards are down. Was that worth it? Probably. Get some Trebs as well. 1 Treb left. The castle barely standing here for Gnome. Archer numbers evening out a bit here. In fact, Gnome has taken a lead in the archer department. Keeping the castle alive. Bombards landing some good hits there. The Treb goes down. The castle survives just barely below 200 HP there. And the fight goes on. Sleepers do have a 50 Vil lead at the moment. Savvy's got some Hussar here. I think he's going to attempt to raid with. Would like to see Savvy come forward here, I think, and try to get a castle, some stone walls to try to secure that space. Right now, Sleepers with the initiative, I think this is their opportunity to start establishing some trade lines. All right, more knights coming in. I think they're going to drop another Treb, who's got to keep these bombards alive. They're so expensive. Yeah, and I think he'll be able to. And if he does keep those alive, should be able to clean these Trebs with it. What a fun game. Ooh, some raids. Oh, they left the door open. A couple camels slipping in. Got bombards cleaning these Trebs out. Ooh, really nice attack round there by Makua. Bombards out as well now for Gnome. Does have the option to get torsion engines, which is going to give him a big upper hand in the bombard department. Savvy's getting in here with some units. Bill difference 60 at the moment. 60. Sleepers also with more map control. Do they have trade up and running yet? Alright, there comes the first market. Savvy doesn't have a market down quite yet, apart from this one. Maybe they're going to go with a bit of a shorter trade line. And this continues to be a bit of a stalemate on this side between two really excellent archer players. Savvy continuing to probe, still looking for a way in, and this is keeping Megarandom on the back foot. Oh no! More Hussar being let in! Ah, some nice bombard micro there by both players. And this castle is finally going to go down. And once that castle goes down, that's probably game. Because then this army can just move up to this hill and range everything underneath it. And that is where all of Gnome's production are. 2 stone mines. It's starting to get a little sparse here now for LWS, as they call it. Gnome knows the situation. That was a fun one. A little slow in Feudal Age up into Castle Age, but late Castle Imperial Age did not disappoint. Makua and Savvy, very healthy KDs there. Makua with the best eco as well. Now Megarandom took a lot of eco damage there. Savvy with some early damage in Feudal Age, and then with those raids continuously from late Castle all the way to the end of the game, I think really kept Megarandom from ever balancing that eco out. Did manage to end up have 4 relics. But yeah, I mean, another thing too, just barely got to Imperial Age. So was working with Knights that whole game, never had a chance to get to Cavalier or Paladin. All right, so that evens the game up. Makes it 2-2. And what did we have there? We had Portuguese and Persians taking the crown on the other end, Lithuanians and Ethiopians. So we've got one map left. Northern Isles. Byzantines, Italians for LWS. I assume that's what they're going to go with. On the other side, probably looking at Dravidians, Sicilians for Northern Isles. So let's see if that is in fact what we get. Find it here. All right, and it turns out I am mistaken. We're not going to get Byzantines, Italians. We are going to get Byzantines, Bengalis. All right, 2-2. Here we go. Decider game, game 5. Series has not disappointed so far. 2 very evenly matched teams. Everyone has taken their home map so far. The difference, LWS has taken game 1 on Arabia. So they're going to have the advantage here. They're playing on their home map. Presumably they've got a strategy in hand. And let's see. Okay. Byzantines, Bengalis. Bengalis matched up against the Sicilians player. Byzantines up against the Dravidians player. So I'm very curious if we're going to get landings in Feudal Age. I suspect we will. This map's sort of built for it because you can't ever wall to the water with the stone material here. Forces some really difficult walls. Despite the amount of wood lines, if you're in a wall, you got to make a pretty big investment. You got to wall all the way around your base. Also, you start with a transport ship, further incentivizing early landings. Sicilians, that's an interesting pick. I wonder if there's a Donjon rush planned out here by Makua. Be my best guess for what Makua was thinking here with Sicilians. Savvy with the Dravidians could be playing early water. Could also be thinking about a landing. It's not an easy way for me to tell at this point. Probably fast forward a little bit here through the Dark Age game, since everyone's isolated from each other. Not much to see here other than the base layouts. No one has sent their scout to someone else's island quite yet. Alright, we got a back dock here for Gnome. Just coming down. Back dock for Megarandom. Yeah, back docks all around. Why does Savvy have a Villi here? Not sure what that's about. In any case, we've got our first player. First player's up. Makuo's up at 23 pop plus 2. Oh, right, the transport ship. The barracks coming down. That makes me think he's thinking military aggression here. Are we going to get a Donjon rush? No one on stone yet. What about for Savvy? Not sure. Gnome. No barracks yet. 3 to gold. Looks to me like he's thinking of playing water. So I think we're going to probably have the Byzantines player open with some fires. What about here from Mandatum? Going to gold with 4 villagers. That also makes me think we've got a water play here. So we might get 2 players playing water for LWS. 2 dock for Savvy. So he's got to be playing water if he's making that kind of investment. Gnome is up already, though, and Savvy's a long way off. So I think we're going to get fires on top of him earlier than he's maybe expecting. Oh, and Gnome landing as well. So going fires and for a forward base. Here we go. What do we got there? Only 1 Vil. 1 Vil and a scout. Is there a barracks already up? Barracks was started here. Made it to 5%. Not sure what happened there. So it's going to delay Gnome's ability to get a range up, which I presume is what he's looking to go for. All right, over on this side, Makua, 4 Vils forward. That definitely smells like a Donjon to me. We got Vils from Mandatum. This one's about to get crazy, folks. All right, Makuo, is he on stone? Not on stone. I thought for sure this would be a Donjon rush. If he's sending 4 Vils. Let's see if he gets spotted here by Mandatum. Don't think he noticed. Just passing situation. Archers on the way over here. This range only halfway up. There's one disadvantage of only sending 1 Vil. And yeah, look at this. This transport ship just hanging out here, keeping an eye on the fishing ships. Here comes the first fire. Savvy going for galleys out of 3 docks. Let's see how the micro is. No fletching yet, so it's going to be hard for him to take really good trades. Can block with the fishing ships, though. Meanwhile, there it is, Donjon. Alright, that is going to push, make it... Mandatum's not going to be able to take stone there, but he still has access to that stone mine. Still has access to all his gold. He's off a wood line. Alright, that fire's down. Here comes an additional fire. Savvy actually should be in a good spot here. He's going 3 dock. That's a big investment, but he's got the galley numbers over here. Makuo and Mandatum engaging. Makuo actually managing to repair from Mandatum's base with this Vil. Oh, a double kill. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Simultaneous kill. Oh, wow, this is not looking good right now for Mandatum. Makuo's got archers all up in his business. Pushed him off gold. Pushed him off that wood line, off those berries. Mandatum trying to get a tower up here. He's going to be able to get that up in time. Oof. Not sure. We've got a forward here from Mandatum as well, but this is certainly keeping him busy. 4 archers here. And the thing is, Makuo can just sit under this once it goes up. No, he's... Yep, that is what he's going to do. Yeah, right call here by Mandatum. I think attack with Vils. Makuo can't micro away, not without losing those archers. And those archers are going to be cleaned. Alright, Makuo's out of fish. And look at this. Savvy's got 4 archers in his face. He hasn't noticed yet. Vils going down all over the place here on the gold. I think Savvy's maybe busy microing galleys. Alright, he notices now, but the damage has been done. Sleepers are actually behind in 3 Vils. Savvy trying to get a tower here. He's got to get some houses down or something. buy himself time. Those archers are just going to camp under this. Oh, Savvy and towers on his woodline that get camped by Gnome has been a theme of this series. Savvy's got a good navy, but it's a mess on land right now. Just now getting a barracks. He's going to need a barracks before he can get a range. He's going to need a range before he can get skirmishers. And he's in a rough spot here. Let's check back in on the other side. Makua is adding more donjons. He's now taken control of 2 of the golds here from Mandatum. Mandatum, though, fortunately has a generation where he's got additional gold in the back. Makua's trying to get some archers to range those. So, boy, not looking great for Savvy or Mandatum at the moment. And over here, look at this. Mandatum's got archers in Makua's base. Makua hasn't noticed. I'm sure you hear the alarm bells, and there's plenty of places to look, but this is maybe the difference. LWS has pressure on both players for Sleeper, whereas Sleeper only able to get pressure right now on one of the bases for LWS. Makua trying to get a donjon here in defense, but he's going to lose more vills. Look at that, Gnome has clicked up as well. So this is the difference. When you've got one player who's untouched, their eco is going to be in such a better spot. Yeah, this is looking rough for Savvy. A lot of archers out here. Things not clean here from Mandatum either. What a messy, wild game.
Hey.
Kua's going to sit under that tower. I think Mandatum can probably attack those. Ooh, Sergeant's coming out too. Yeah, Mandatum's going to attack those archers with vills. This is such a mess. Savvy's eco completely idled at the moment. Archers all over the place. 20 vills stuck on this wood line. Look at that. Mandatum has clicked up as well. How on earth has Mandatum clicked up? Fish eco, I guess. Holy smokes. His eco is it's so messy, and he managed to get to Castle Age. That is really impressive. Look at that. Gnome even adding in some scouts to clean the skirms. Savvy pulling the vills. Savvy's managed to click up. I don't know how that's possible either. And this is now looking quite bad here for Sleepers. They're actually 15 vills ahead, but I think that's pretty misleading. Kua hasn't been able to click up yet. Savvy's on the way, but what's he going to be able to do when he gets there? He can't take anything. He can't take any resources right now. And there's a siege workshop added in. Savvy could literally be defeated this game. Monastery defense for Mandatum. Oh, man. Yeah, Savvy, I'm sure, so frustrated at this point. The cider game. And there's just nothing you can do at this point. You got Expo all over the place. Look at, he's gonna get in the transport ship. We got a full-on evac here. But at least he won't be defeated. Why a monk here? I'm curious about the monastery defense. There's no knights. I would have guessed a siege workshop to get a mango out to deal with the archers and the donjons. Yeah, look at that. Gnome adding knights in. He's got rams. Savvy's base is completely gone now. And the Bill lead the Sleepers had for a while, completely gone. Some bears even getting in on the action. And, alright, Savvy adding a TC here on the main island. But this island now belongs to Mr. Gnome. What is the situation looking like on water right now? Savvy still has 10 galleys hanging around somewhere or other. Where are those galleys? Patrolling around, hunting fish. Ooh, look at this. Makua landing with some archers on Gnome's base. Gnome hasn't noticed. I'm sure he's hearing attack bells, and he's figuring it's just the towers shooting at his buildings. Alright, he's noticed. What a really nice play there by Makua. It maybe came a little too late. Might have been worth, after getting the initial pressure on Mandatum, transporting over. Might have been the best way to kind of help out Savvy there, but it was effective. And there's nothing no one could do because all of his military is forward, all of his production is forward. So he has to fight this with Vils. It's actually a heads-up play by Gnome. Trying to at least whittle down these numbers. That has brought the Sleepers a bit closer in the game. They're only down 10 Vils now. Savvy adding 2 TCs over here. He's got no access to wood. What do you do if you don't have access to wood? Makua adding in a siege workshop. Second TC coming down here for Mandatum. And yeah, just about nothing left at this point for our good friend Savvy. Some armored elephants clear out the donjons. Yeah, I think Makua about to be completely pushed off of this island. Where do you go from here if you are the Sleepers? Right now, LWS wants to settle in, get an eco going, get back on water, take control of the water. Makua's archers are cleaned. And yeah, if you're Makua, you know you're not going to be able to win on water in a 2v1 situation. I think he's trying to boom hard. I mean, maybe Savvy can just sort of focus on castles, towers. Put those around the outskirts of the island here and just have Makua focus on navy production. Savvy certainly can't think about navy without access to wood. Is sending some villagers. I guess he's probably going to go get some lumber camps on Makua's island. A couple light cav. Those are probably going to get converted, though. 2 monks down. No conversions. 3 monks down. And an armored elephant down. What just happened? Those are like the strongest light cav units I've ever seen. I have no idea how they just killed 3 monks and an armored elephant without losing, like, any HP. With a garrisoned town center. Is there only 1 villain? Or was that just a monk garrisoned? I didn't see arrows shooting. Maybe it was just a monk. Alright, Savvy dropping a castle here in the middle of this island. But the thing is, LWS doesn't need to go to that island. They could just go to Savvy's island to gain access to wood and stone. Pardon me, to stone and gold. And look at this. Gnome has landed on Makua's island. He's docking on Makua's island. Siege workshop range coming forward. Who doesn't know about this? Similar thing with Makua. His production is forward on this island. I guess he does have 1 range here. Let's see how he reacts. I thought for sure Makua would be cleaned off the island by now, but he is continuing the aggression. Ooh, okay, we got some redemption monks trying to get a conversion on the mangonel. Monks gotta be careful, there's light cav here. And he uses the conversion on a crossbow. Here we go. Lots of archers. They transported over. Makua hasn't noticed. Alright, there he is. He's got some galleys in the back there. Rams. Ford University. Yeah, Gnome is starting to boom behind this as well, adding a second TC of his own. I think we're going to start seeing the Navy switch, surely. I'm surprised Gnome hasn't added Navy units yet. At the moment, Savvy's actually still controlling water. Oh boy, Savvy's the diaspora being cleaned out over here. Rams, Mangonel's pushing forward. Kuo dropped a defensive siege workshop. No, not yet. Not sure what he's thinking to defend this. Might be just really engaged over here. Yeah, I mean, he's dealing with monks, Mangonels. I think he might not realize the full extent of the pressure that's on his island right now. I'm not seeing him rush anything down. Second range. Yep, he's realized there's knights on the field as well. Yeah, this might just be the GG here. I mean, the Vil count isn't that different, but right now LWS with basically all the map control. Go adding in some more TCs. 3 Mangonels, though. Find some way to deal with that. Savvy still have 19 villagers. Oh, man. In the Expo inside of Makua's woodline there. Makua's still got Vils trying to go out. That range wasn't completed. There's the defensive siege workshop. 4 Mangonels here. This push is looking real scary. I do not see Makua having any way to stop this. Raising his continuer here. Makua's actually invested in Rams. Again, I'm surprised he put the investment there as opposed to backing, defending his home base. That range just melting. 4 shots and it's gone. Alright, here comes the first Mangonel for Makua. Let's see how Mango Micro is. He's going to have to be a magician, though, to clean up this military. And there's knights in the mix. There's no way for Makua to defend the Mangonels from the knights. Doesn't have monks. Doesn't have archers to speak of. Nice avoidance there by Gnome. Did have 1 man go down, but Makua's going to lose 1 here. Oh, no! Manages to repair. Nice attack round as well. Oh, he keeps it alive. Alright, Makua's got a shot here, actually, to defend this. Really nice repair work there by Makua. Alright, here come the Mangos. The Dance of the Dragons. Oh, look at that. They converted the Rams. Redemption. It's a beast. Alright, a 2 for 2. Whoa, no. Alright, yeah, 2 for 2 trade. 1 Mango left here for Gnome. But I think Makua will be quite happy with that defense so far. Here come the Rams. This is the last Mangonel here for Makua, though. Oh, nice. Let's see the split. Split! Alright, takes out the Mangonel. And now the Rams are upon Makua. Another Mangonel being produced. Yeah, it looks like Makua's push has finally, for real, been extinguished on that side. Alright, here come the Rams. This TC's going down. Makua's got Vils, but they're getting mowed down by crossbows. Trying to repair. Yeah, this is... I think this one is over. There's no way back for the sleepers here. Savvy has reboomed all the way to 28 vills. Does have a TC that he's taken wood from, but no more. His military has descended upon it. Makua's got a mango out, but that mango managed to keep it alive. Knight almost gets the mango. Makua's been doing a great job with the mango repair. But surely just delaying the inevitable. A 60 vil lead now for LWS. 53 military to 17. I think they are going to be going to the finals to face Chiramoyos. Castle. Savvy's dropping a castle. I missed this. We had a landing on the other side. Total tunnel vision on my part. Mandatum pushing in. This is the Alamo here. The last stand for the sleepers. Armored elephants on one side. Rams, mangonels on the other. Monks as well. Like the full AI army has come to play. If Makua can get some more masterful repair work in here. Oh, loses a mangonel. And there it is. The GG is called. Well played to LWS. Congratulations to them. And semifinal set is theirs. 3-2. Hell of a set. Two very evenly matched teams. Yeah, everybody taking their home map. And again, the difference, game one on Arabia. Wow, Northern Isles. What a wild, wild map. Wasn't played that much throughout this tournament. Thought it would probably be played a bit more. And I think that actually makes it a bit of an advantage for teams that pick it and have a strategy prepped, because odds are your opponents haven't played it that much, especially in a team game setting. But I think the biggest difference there was just the fact that sleepers were only able to land one of the islands of their opponent, whereas both of them were landed. That gave Gnome that free boom. And I think Savvy being focused only on the water there. I think on this map, because of how prevalent the landing is, if you're going to focus on water like that, you need some sort of vision here, whether in the form of outposts or houses, or you need to already wall in anticipation or have a barracks up so you can make that skirm transition easy, or maybe even start with anticipatory tower defense. But you need some way to recognize when that attack is coming. I think if Savvy had known that was coming and had been able to defend that off, Makua had good pressure on Mandatum. Maybe this is a very, very different game. But that's I think when things really snowballed, was when those archers got in on Savvy's eco and then really just idled him off of absolutely everything. Let's take a look at the stats here. Gnome, unsurprisingly, 29 buildings raised. Goodness gracious. Incredible mangonel production from him. Makua actually with the most eco. Did invest in a lot of vills. What was the vill difference like? Yeah, 104. Actually, Mandatum managed to get all the way to 101. That is impressive, given how suffocated he was there. All right, well, that will do it. Yeah, great having both these teams in the tournament. Hope to see both y'all back next season. Sleepers, excellent job throughout the tournament, throughout the group stage, coming in as the 1 seed into the playoffs. And Yeah, you guys put on an excellent show. But congratulations again to LWS, and looking forward to casting you guys in the finals against Team Chirimoyos. So yeah, hope to see that scheduled soon. And yeah, do post in the scheduled games once that's scheduled. If for some reason I was able to cast that live, that would be awesome. All right, y'all have a good night. See you soon.